Ladies and gentlemen, after you smash that like button and also the subscribe button, including the bell, then you are ready for another episode of Virgin Galactic Fridays. If you love that intro, then smash that like button. This is highly appreciated. And let's get this episode to 500 likes together. I know you can do it. I can do it. I already actually smashed the like button, so it's your turn now. So there's a couple of interesting topics in this episode, okay? We will talk about the space performance, obviously, of the last 7 days. Then we will talk about the downgrades, because obviously if there's this negative downturn for a company, there's a lot of analysts there, they are rethinking their thesis on the stock. So there's a downgrade that we will discuss. Then we will look into the stock chart if we see any trends or anything that we should look forward to. And then space industry real talk. I cannot wait to talk about that. So stay till the end and let's release. But before we diving in completely into the Virgin Galactic Fridays episode, we are actually talking about Gold Inc. It's incredible, okay? It's another brainchild by Apollo Fintech that created this game. It's available in your Google Store if you have an Android phone, and also in your Apple App Store, okay? So download it for free and you are actually building a real business inside the game. Join over 10,000 players and usually you play this for fun, okay? But here you can build real fortune by mining real gold. So, okay, how to explain that? There's actually, assets in the game that you can mine and build your own business. And then you actually will be able to convert this digital assets into real world assets, real gold in the real world. And then you say, okay, how much can there be? Okay, how much you can actually get? And as earlier you get into the game, as more chances you get. So if you click the link below, you will get actually some extras that you should really do. And it's totally for free. So if you have time, just play it and get wealthy, okay? So what is inside the game? There is over $10 million worth of fortune inside the game. And I'm not talking about digital US dollars, I'm talking real world US dollars, okay? And the game is beautifully made. I mean, the graphics, I mean, the game itself, it's so catchy, it's so nice. I played it by myself and I'm absolutely tremendous excited to share this with you. And there's actually much more. Because you might have heard about NFTs, okay? NFTs are non-fungible tokens, okay? And if you are talking about this kind of assets, you are thinking, okay, this is like digital art, and actually they took this concept and brought it to Gold Inc. And this is tremendously because you are actually getting unique equipment that you can use inside the game that will be stored with your Apollo wallet, okay? So it's basically connected to your digital wallet, and then with more and more players joining, so you can be still early, you will be having rare and unique equipment that people can buy with the GXB currency out there, okay? So as more people will join, as less equipment will be available, as more people want to have this equipment, and so on and so forth. So you see where it's going there, that you can get actually very, very interesting NFTs out of this game that is now marketed to millions of people. So get in early, link below, and let's get back to the vlog. Okay, so performance-wise, it was not the best week for space, okay? No really news, downgrades, bad news about the next test flight, investigation of the FAA. Everything is still ongoing, and therefore you have like a slight negative out view on the stock currently. And this is also showing you in the performance of the last 7 days as of this recording. So as you can see, we are somewhere at 25 and now currently somewhere at 23.90. So 5% almost we lost over the last 7 days. It seems like the stock finds now a kind of, let's say, new base. You remember, months ago, before all of the test flights, it was always like, 14 was like this base where the stock didn't went under of 14, 15, 16, 17, went up to 25, then go back to 17, and people said this will never succeed. And what happened? We went even to $60, okay, and then we went all the way back. So congratulations to those that could sell at this beautiful new price, but obviously we will get back to those levels as soon as you can say Virgin Galactic to the moon. So I believe that really this is some of the most important time, because when the stock goes up, then you will see many people saying, oh, I wish I have bought more at 24, 23, 25 when the stock will triple, right? So this is always the same game. What I'm doing in this kind of periods, I really study the company. Is there any, let's say, parts of this news that really get to the company fundamentally? No, it doesn't. So I still keep on going, enlarging my position. And I'm very happy about that, So let's dive into the next topic. So Bank of America, as you might know, if not, then you know now, is actually covering with its analysts the stock of today, Virgin Galactic, right? There is one specific guy, Ronald Epstein, and he is actually covering Virgin Galactic since a couple of months now, and he is kind of mixed, okay? Sometimes he upgrades the stock because he sees the opportunity, sometimes he downgrades the stock. If you're looking into his portfolio here on TipRanks, which I always recommend, if you're seeing an analyst talking about your stock, go on TipRanks, have a look, what is his performance and so on. So as you can see, his success rate is not that great, okay? 54% are right, average return is 0.6%, which is, usually you could say, okay, whatever he says, it's basically not really matter to the good performance that we are seeking, all right? But if you're then scrolling a little bit further down, then you see that on Virgin Galactic, he had already a couple of upgrades and downgrades, okay? Specifically, if you see beginning of the year, he upgraded the stock because he said, okay, there's a lot of opportunities into the stock of the delayed test flight, and there's an upcoming test flight. And then, we had this huge run into February 2021, and then the stock, went down quite heavily because there was the delay in the test flight. And he still said, okay, buy it because it's just a matter of months, okay? So he was right again, and then he bought again, or he said it's good to buy again. And then since then, he actually said sell, which the recent one is saying that, okay, the problem with the small piece of hardware that they are now investigating, which is not connected to the FAA, it's a piece by a supplier that may be malfunction. But to be honest, it's not like it was a problem that they knew of. So there is like a problem with the supplier part. And usually when this happens, it happened also in the auto industry. We heard about maybe this big scandal with airbags that didn't went off or had problems with. So manufacturers are at some kind trusting the suppliers, okay? So if there's a supplier that they get some pieces of some parts for their product, they're actually trusting in specifically when they're working very long time together. So, but sometimes there's a problem that it's just occurring just after a couple of months or after a couple of testing. So I don't see that much of a failure at Virgin Galactic, and I think that this, together with the support of the supplier, will be quite a problem of the past real quick, and also the FFA problem should be a problem of the past real quick too. So let's dive into the stock chart. Friday, Virgin Galactic is quite positive, and we are somewhere at around $25, right? Now, if we are zooming out here a little bit, let me take out this line. And as you can see here, we broke through the 50 moving average, which is always a good bullish sign. So this is always one of the most important indicators that I'm looking for technical wise, okay? if the stock goes higher than the 50 moving average, is always bullish. As you can see here or here as well, we outbroke. Then here back on the 16th of September, we outbroke through the 50 moving average, which is always a bullish sign. And then if you are out zooming here you can see that the overall trend is still established. Okay, so we are here along the 50 moving average, sometimes the outbreak, sometimes the down break through, and the overall channel is active. Okay, so we currently are somewhere outside this channel that is pointing straight up, but this happened a couple of times. As you can see here, the short float percentage is always very low as of this moment. So as you can see here now, the 50 moving average is actually quite higher than that. Okay, so this was apparently one mistake here by the presentation of the chart. So here you can see there is some upcoming resistance. Okay, not only the 50 moving average here that we need to break through at around $29, but also some channel barriers here. Okay, this is, if you are zooming out again, this is the entry bottom line here for the overall trending up channel. So once we broke through 29, I have a very good feeling that we are back in the channel and then going to higher numbers. Don't forget, guys, that every positive news can be quite significantly. Okay, so I'm talking about FAA finishing their inspection, or for example that the test flight will happen and they sorted out all technical issues. So all of this kind of news generate definitely some very nice positive uptakes in the stock. This is something that I can really almost guarantee you, and hopefully then we can close above the 29 levels, so we can be on a nice new wave of higher levels for the stock. So let's dive into the next topic. Guys, real talk. As you know, I'm a fan of space, okay? I love space movies, I love space documentaries. We talked about the inspiration for documentary on Netflix the last time. But as of this hours of recording, SpaceX sent 4 civilians, okay, up into orbit. They will go around the world within 3 days. They are over the height of the International Space Station, and this is mind-blowing. Okay, first, it's a similar business of what Virgin Galactic want to do, but obviously more expensive for once, but also more sophisticated. Okay, so they're in a crew capsule, they are doing the research, they doing this for the very first time. Nobody went as a civilian up there so high beyond the height of the International Space Station. So in many factors there is a huge advantage here of SpaceX, and SpaceX is the most advanced space company, period. Okay, I believe that there will be some more of these private missions, while I still believe that there's a huge difference. Okay, so we don't know the price of this mission, but we can usually, at CNBC they said somewhere around, in the tens of millions of dollars. So think about it. Okay, so if this would be 4 private astronauts that would pay for it, maybe each one would pay maybe $5 million. Okay, the experience is like 3 days, and much bigger than the small ride with Blue Origin or Virgin Galactic, but it's still, it's like 10 times the price. So obviously you expect something bigger than that. Okay, so I think that there will be market for both of it. So this quick go into space, get the astronaut wing and be back within a couple of hours, or go for 3 days in a full round, be a astronaut for a couple of days and have the real astronaut experience. So I feel that there's both valuable, and this is the same like for the car. Some people love to have like a very luxurious car. Some people just want to have the car to go from A to B. So it's a matter of your personal goal and what you want to do into the space industry. But in general speaking, the space industry is tremendously growing, and it's just a couple of years away that we send people to Mars, which is super mind-blowing for me. And with all of this development, I see Virgin Galactic, Rocket Lab, SpaceX, Blue Origin, all of those very, very successful, because this huge growth of such a fantastic and tremendously big market is amazing for everyone.